Overnight, police releasing 2 new images of the person of interest in the killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The person seen inside what appears to be a taxi cab and in another photo walking next to a vehicle. It comes after police recovered this backpack in Central Park, believed to be linked to the person of interest seen in surveillance video. 2 senior law enforcement officials say no gun was found. What was found, a jacket and Monopoly money. The NYPD says nothing in their investigation so far suggests the killing was related to Thompson's personal life.
The net is tightening, and we're going to bring this person to justice.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams says details like whether or not police have an ID on the shooter are being closely held.
We don't want to release that now. If you do, you're basically giving a tip to the person we're seeking, and we do not want to give him an upper hand at all.
But there are new details about the suspect. New York City's chief of detectives providing a timeline based on video footage to reporters. The shooter arrived in New York on Sunday, November 24th, and was caught on camera at the Port Authority bus terminal near Times Square. The bus he took originated in Atlanta, though it's not clear when the shooter got on, given that there were several stops on the way to New York. The shooter then took a taxi to the area where the shooting occurred. It was there for about a half hour before heading to a hostel on the Upper West Side, where he possibly provided a fake ID to check in. He checked out of the hostel on Friday, November 29th, but checked back in the next day. While at the hostel, the suspect had 2 roommates who say he kept his mask on even when eating, lowering it only when taking a bite of food. And according to a senior law enforcement official, in this one moment upon his initial arrival when flirting with a woman who worked at the front desk. The shooter left the hostel at 5:30 a.m. the morning of the shooting. After the shooting, traveling by bike up to Central Park, then by taxi further uptown to a bus terminal where police believe he boarded a bus out of New York City. And from there, the trail goes cold. Police are now investigating if the weapon may be a veterinary gun used to put down animals.
This is a very rare weapon. In essence, this is a needle in a haystack, but we have a lot of needles in this one haystack, which works in our favor in law enforcement to apprehend this violent assailant that's on the streets.
Police also clarified the detail about words written on shell casings, saying they were depose, delay, and deny, written in Sharpie, 1 word on each shell casing, a possible reference to frustration with the health insurance industry.
And Tom joins me now live from the scene of that deadly shooting. Tom, good morning. We're now entering the 5th day of the hunt for the killer. Never like to hear those words you uttered in your piece, the trail goes cold. So where does the search stand this morning?
Well, good morning, Willie. Clearly with NYPD detectives in Georgia, the involvement of the FBI with that $50,000 reward, and the fact that this person, according to the NYPD, came to New York City from a bus that originated in Atlanta, well, the focus is clearly in that state. But until law enforcement gets a name, it's going to be very difficult for them to put handcuffs on someone. Once they do get that name, they'll be able to use some law enforcement tools to hopefully bring a resolution to this case. Willie?
The search continues this morning. Tom Winter in New York for us. Tom, thanks so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.